Do we have sound now? Okay, so Ron and I were trying to use the DJI mic system, and evidently that didn't work for us. So I think, hopefully, you've got sound now on the internal mic on Ron's iPad Pro.
Can anybody confirm in the chat we have sound?
Por favor, please.
Sound on. Thank you, George Kelly. And Marcus, maybe we can look at the chats by using the app on our phones.
Possibly.
We're going to try to figure out how we could read the chats, because I'm about to jump on the other side of the camera too, folks. Sorry for this pre-show.
We're not as professional as we usually are. Not that we're ever professional, but we're trying. So
let's see here.
Ron is hard at work in the background, getting everything going.
I'm pulling my Chris Waters here, right?
Yeah.
So remember to mute your phone when you do get it on.
So we are, again, we're in Titusville, Florida. Tomorrow we're going out to the Kennedy Space Center to look around. But really, mostly, we just kind of brought this together at the last minute. We thought about just throwing up a pre-recorded video, but since we're here, we decided to go live. And we can just talk a little bit about the fun we had at the South Florida Drone Meetup. Actually, the whole trip all together, we had lots of things to talk about.
Yes, and I want to welcome in, we got a whole bunch of people here. USA Drone Flyer, Captain Joe America, Northside Hawks with us tonight, George Kelly. Thanks, George, for letting us know about the sound. Sergeant Rock's with us, 107 Drones. Barkley, who we spent a good part of the weekend in, and Barkley's still in South Florida also. Rich Flyer 32's in here, Intel Maxwell Multi-Rotors, South Florida Drone Services. Sorry you're not blue, but I don't know even how to do it on this mobile setup. Flying for Me is in there. John, who we spent the weekend with. Steve Jones, Drone Life RC, who was there Saturday too. And Dr. Ted Bowman. Thanks everybody for joining us in this kind of impromptu live setup. And what the real show is here tonight, when we're done talking here, we're going to run 2 clips that we produced while we were in Jupiter, Florida, hanging out with Ray Kelly and Michael Ray. I think they'll get a lot out of both clips, don't you?
I think so. We had a lot of fun. Yeah, we were out.
Talk about the great reveal is the first clip. The great Mike Wright's great drone reveal.
Yeah. So the first thing we did was, Mike brings nearly every drone he owns with him when he comes to the south, and he flew. It's not like he drove here in his car. He flew, but he had a full-size suitcase full of drones. So you're gonna have to watch this video to see the premiere of every drone that Michael Wright, TX Arch Drone Guy, brought to the great South Florida Drone Meetup. It was a lot of fun.
You don't want to miss this.
Don't want to miss it.
And we also have a contest going on the DroneNation Facebook group where you have to guess the drones he brings. So the voting is going to be cut off now. So and the winner, we will do something special for the winner of that contest.
The winner is going to get a free subscription to the DroneNation YouTube channel
and Facebook group.
And Facebook, yeah.
And we will get a special shout out in the show next week.
There you go. I like that idea.
If anybody got it right, maybe some people didn't get it right because that last drone was a little tricky.
Yeah. It was actually.
Yeah. And in the second video you're going to see here is we're at Carlin Park later on the same day, and a big, what would you call that? Carfunkel happened with DJI last week. They released
a kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle. Thank you. I can't say it. It's such a technical word. Within 24 hours, DJI released a firmware update and an app update for the Mini 3 Pro, then turned right around and did it again. The morning of Thursday, the last Thursday of the month, they came out with 1.9.8 of the app, and with less than 24 hours, we had 1.99, and at the time, they were only available for the DJI RC controller. But I've heard that's changed since then, but we're kind of we haven't been able to keep up with things this weekend at the
No,
meetup.
no, I'm on. I was able to update the RC Pro to what is it 1.9.9?
Right.
Yeah, 1.9.9. I did that just the other day. So.
But as the making of the video on
Yeah.
on Thursday, what would that date have been?
Yeah, that would have been the 30th.
Yeah, as of that date, these updates were only available for the DJRC. You couldn't even get them on your Apple phone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the cut to the gist of it is that this update's a pretty big update for the Mini 3 Pro and probably the Mini 3 too. It added the ability to set your expo and other settings, so you could fine tune for the way you want it. And what a lot of people have done is they've gone in the City mode. Is that the City?
Yeah.
And they've restored the old tripod mode from years ago. You can slow your
Just turn it all down.
all down.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
fly 2 miles per hour forward, ascent, descent, left, right, so you can get that really smooth, slow thing like you used to get in the old tripod mode. So I've done it. I've got a video. Well, I've got a video. I've made a video about it. I haven't, released it yet. But so it's not just a bug fix. It's a good update.
Hey, Ron, I'm looking here on my phone. DroneNation is live.
Are we?
Yeah.
And this is quite a setup, Marcus. I couldn't even get the iPad to connect to the hotel Wi-Fi here. So we're on an iPad Pro 11-inch, and we're using the 5G from my iPhone 14 to power the stream. So pretty much a technical marvel, right?
Right. Yeah, I would say yeah. So basically, your iPhone is running the show. So yeah.
So
Hey, did you charge the battery?
we're everything's 100% right now. So anyhow, after we're done, we're not going to talk for an hour here, but after we're done this, maybe a half
We're not going
hour
to talk for an hour. We're going to talk for an hour and 15.
That's it. Yeah. But about a half hour, we're going to run these videos. And I'll start the video up manually because I couldn't time it. So, but I mean, it's about 15, 16 minutes worth of two different videos, and they're good videos to watch. So stay tuned. And I want to welcome in. We got DeMarco in here, Hot Rod Daytona. Both those guys we spent the weekend with. The Drone Rangers in here, Mikey B.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, don't worry. He it's the same thing. He's just Max Ayer's in here. We spent the weekend with Max Ayer and Tammy and Jasper.
I'm trying to find the mute button, Ron. I can't find it.
On the side, just turn the volume down.
Oh, there you go.
We had to go old school here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did too. So, Marks, any kind of just thoughts of the weekend here? It was again South Florida Drone Meetup was Saturday. It was many
The first?
events. Yeah.
Well, can I back up a little bit, Ron?
Yep.
And I want to just talk a little bit about my experience and getting here last Tuesday, and I showed up late Tuesday night. Wednesday, met Ron, and Ron took me to his secret locations in Jupiter, Florida. People tell me all the time, "Oh boy, you have some just amazing places to fly in Idaho, Snake River Canyon, etc. The mountains, the places that I fly often." However, I'm going to say Florida. Wow, on the Jupiter Inlet right there. Hey, I got to do an orbit around the Jupiter Lighthouse, do some really cool things with that. The Jupiter Inlet there, some big, really expensive boats coming in and out, chasing them in and out, and just a beautiful area, tropical. Yeah, I could tell I wasn't in Idaho anymore. So I don't want to hear people complaining that they don't have great places to fly in their own area, because boy, I'll tell you, my experience here in Florida has been amazing. And then he also took me to his really super secret spot out at Carlin Park. And now I'm not sure how much longer that's going to remain secret, because he let Ray Kelly know where it was at. So it's possible that the word will get out there about Ron's other secret spot. But it was another great area that we could, you took off, very open area, lots of room to fly and so forth. As a matter of fact, Mike Wright was out there. Well, that's the next day, but so I'll just back up on that a little bit. But anyway, Ron and I flew, and that's when you messed around with the expo settings on your Mini 3 Pro. Ron got his Mini 3 Pro all set up, got those expo settings slowed down, looked really good.
You saw how slow it moved that day.
You really were able to achieve tripod mode with it,
Right.
which was pretty darn cool. Anyway, I had the Air 2S. I went out over the ocean, and there's a neat area of walking trails and kind of some wild vegetation and so forth. And take a look at that. There's even a band shell. Well, I don't know if I'd call it a band shell, Ron. It was a stage, but kind of like a band shell.
Yeah.
But so anyway, and of course,
And pickleball courts.
Pickleball courts, and there's an inland waterway there. And I also learned that you call it the intracoastal, not the intercoastal.
Right, we got corrected.
Yeah, we got corrected, so it's the intracoastal. And there's
also that wildlife area to the side.
That's right. Yeah, there's trails going through there and so forth. Kind of a primitive area, which is pretty cool. And the beach on the other side. So that was really, like I said, again, I want to say that there are some wonderful places to fly your drone here in Florida. So I don't want to hear people tell me that, we don't have the cool places to fly like you do. Because you do.
We just couldn't find a canyon for Marcus.
There was no canyon. However, the next day, right behind the hotel I was staying at the Best Western Intra-Coastal Inn in Jupiter. They got a walkway that goes right out over the intra-coastal waterway there, and there were some amazing boats coming in and out of there. I launched the DeMarco Mini 2 SE drone and followed some boats around and went up and down that and had a good time. And Ron, you flew, what did you fly that day? Your Mavic 3?
Mavic 3.
Mavic 3.
And we did have a little interference. We were staying too close to each other, so it caused a little signal interference. It's mostly on Marcus' side because, of course, I had the RC Pro with the extra antennas. You had a little signal interference when I was taking off and landing.
Yeah, with the RCN1 controller. But in any case, so that was kind of pre... spin up.
Don't forget to shout out Bill at the Best Western.
But we had a guy at the Best Western that was really number one service, and he also was a drone guy. And I convinced him that he needs to quit buying cheap Amazon drones and buy a DJI drone. So hopefully he did that.
Watch it, Marcus. We got in trouble last week for talking bad about other drones.
That's true, but I recommended to him as a starter drone the DeMarco Mini 2 SE. But anyway, so that afternoon, Ron, we met our friend Mike Wright.
And can I stop you right there and put you to hold that thought?
Yeah.
I want to shout out Scott Nadeau in the chat. TX Hearts Drone guys in the chat. You were just talking about him.
Mike Wright? Mike's in there?
Yeah, I think he's still in the fishing boat.
Yeah.
Thomas Baker's in here, aka TEB Drone Flyer. Mudball Creative's in here. John Coopy. And guess what? John Coopy's got a new video out today, Marcus, where he's already tested out the goggles Integra and the RC Motion 2. I can't wait to watch that video, Marcus.
Coopy, that is on my must-watch list. I'm telling you, on my must-watch.
Just don't watch it until this show's over.
Yeah.
Yellow Rose Drones is in there. We spent the weekend with Lee. That's
we did.
Lee from all the way from San Antonio, Texas. We got Charles Galuski in here. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah.
Andrew's in here with us. Let's see. Maddie's Drone World's in here with us. What's up, kids? He says. We spent the weekend with Maddie too. Maddie's one of the organizers of the South Florida Drone.
He was part of the committee.
So thank you, Maddie, for all your hard work, your all behind the scenes work. Maddie had his lovely family with him, his daughters, his wife here all weekend. John Olson's in here with us. Who else here? Drone Guy 42's in here.
Did we mention BMAC?
Fly Zone Drone, BMAC. I haven't got that far yet, but we'll get him early.
Can I name out?
Go ahead, you keep going.
Al Duran. Al Duran. Duranify. He's on.
Another guy we spent the weekend with.
Yeah.
And Gary Bauer.
Yeah, Gary up in yeah.
Oh, Arco Drone Solutions. Is Arco in the Philippines?
I thought he was in the Philippines. Yeah. Did we get Eddie Nunez?
We did not get Eddie.
Yeah. Hey, Eddie.
And we did not get JSK Enterprise Leonard from New Jersey. Are we caught up now? Yeah, we're caught up here. And and BMAC also ordered the new Avata. I think they call it the Explorer kit.
Oh, with the Integra.
And with the Integra goggles and the Motion 2. So
2.
I think he'll be getting it soon. So hopefully we'll see a review up on his
I
channel.
guarantee you he'll watch John Coopy's video.
And One Vision Aerial's in here. So okay, now continue back. Day 2, Mike Wright shows up. We wait for him. He shows up around noon. We send him right to the Twisted Tuna restaurant.
Yeah, we fed him first thing. Well, he fed himself. In fact, did he buy us lunch? No, we all bought our own lunch. But yeah, we went to the Twisted Tuna, which was not half bad, was it?
And you guys even had some fish and chips in honor of the Drone Seekers International, right?
We did. So, in honor of my friends in the UK, Drone Seekers International, both Mike and I ate fish and chips, and we liked it.
Oh, we got a big call coming in.
He's calling me right now, Mike Wright. So, Mike, I'm going to answer you live on the air. Mike, you're live on DroneNation. Mike, I'm saying Mike Wright just did a butt dial. Yeah, Mike, you did a butt dial.
We'd send you guys links to jump on the ship, but we don't know how to do it from the iPad.
Yeah.
We can't even get poor DeMarco in here.
Mr. Wright?
I hear a lot of voices.
Okay. Is it? What are we doing? Can I help you? Okay. Hey, sorry, guys.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
So continue on. It's day 2. Mike Wright has shown up at the Twisted Tuna. We have a great lunch. You guys had fish and chips. I had a meatball sandwich like anybody cares, whatever. But then the fun stuff starts.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's Al Duran.
Well, it was him before. It's a group call. It's a group call trying to call us.
I don't know. Mr. Duran.
Folks,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize about this, folks. So, hey guys, I know I don't know what you're trying to do, but it is really interrupting the show. So, please stop.
and we can't really hear you anyway.
Yeah, we can't hear you, so it's not doing us any good.
So anyhow, back to day 2. You want me to? You guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
So Mike Wright shows up. We take him right over to Du Bois Park. Poor Mike. You'll see this in the video. He cannot get his Mavic 3 going. His controller needs a calibration. You're going to see all this in the video, so I won't talk about it too much now. But it's real interesting the solution that he comes up with to get that controller calibrated. It could help a lot of people, at home. And also, of course, he does this unbagging. We'll call it unbagging.
Let's call it unbagging.
His suitcase is a bag, and you get to see what he brought down with us. And Ray Kelly's there. He's kind of officiating the whole affair, and you get some nice views of the park. It's a beautiful park there, and then we continue on to Carlin Park, where there's many flights there. And Marcus, guess what I got to fly there? I got to fly Mike's Avata drone.
You did. You flew the Avata, and you did a damn good job.
And Captain Ray flew too.
Captain Ray flew it. I'll tell you what. Neither one of you did as good a job as Mike did, though.
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
Well, but neither one of us hit the fence.
It was kind of a nick.
A nick, yeah.
Mike's a pilot. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, Mike's got skills.
And yeah, there's more to that story.
Yeah. And maybe we could say that for a full show or whatever.
There you go.
There you go. But that's not in the video we're going to show you. We're going to show you the discussion on the Mini 3 Pro update. And Mike Wright was the first one to send me a notification that that update had come in. He sent to me Wednesday night, so thank you, Mike, for that. But anyhow, that was my secret spot number one. Even Ray was impressed with that secret spot, and Mike loved that spot.
He did.
Yeah.
And let's see, was that before or after we went to Du Bois Park? That was after. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I got Joe Fotolia's in chat. Another guy we spent the weekend with.
Right.
Joe's a heck of an FPV pilot or whatever. They say Joe's never crashed a drone. So Alex Carter's in the chat. We spent the weekend with Alex. He gave the presentation at the meetup on video editing or whatever. Thank you for that, Alex. SSB 73Q Richards in the chat with us. Drone shots.
So Mike Wright says he never got the invite. Apologies. So I'm not sure. So wait, the invite to what? I'm not sure.
Sunrise Water Media. Chris Waters is in here with us. We spent Saturday with Chris. Chris Waters and Kelly Shores. They came to the event. They came to Duffy's Tavern afterwards. So not only was there a meetup of over 100 people on Saturday afternoon, a smaller group went to Duffy's Tavern right down the road in Stuart, Florida, and we enjoyed a great dinner at an Irish restaurant. And Chris and Kelly were part of that. Ben Cartwright's in here. Eddie English, Duranify.
I think you pronounced that wrong.
Go ahead.
That's Edie English.
You're right. Sorry, my mistake. I'm scrolling through too fast on this phone here. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So I think we're up to date on people in the chat.
I think so too, Ron.
Yeah.
So did we already? I was distracted there for a few minutes. Did we already talk about Mike Wright's flight with his Mavic 3?
No, not the Du Bois Park when he flew at FPV style.
Yeah.
We did not.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's not on the video anyplace.
Yeah.
Except in Mike's memory card.
Okay, this was exciting.
Leonard Oglesby. I got to shout out Leonard because he gave the biggest donation last week on the Super Chats.
Oh, nice.
Remember, Leonard gave.
He did.
Yeah, but he gave the biggest amount we've ever received.
Yeah.
Thank you, Leonard.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Well, so Ron, I think, already alluded to some issues that Mike had taking off. You know, Ron and I were flying and having a good time, and boy, man, Mike was starting to cuss, and he was getting a little frustrated. Couldn't calibrate his controller. Well, what he finally realized was that when he was doing the calibration, he didn't calibrate the scroll wheels. Once he got that done, he was able to fly. So
he explains that in video 2 you're about to see in a few minutes.
Yeah. He took off, and we're in this group of palm trees or coconut. Were they coconut trees or palm trees?
They were coconut.
Coconut trees, whatever they had, palm fronds.
Yeah.
Coconut trees, palm trees. Anyway,
there's a difference. I'll explain it sometime.
Yeah, those ones with the big trunk and a bunch of stuff at the top. Anyway, we were. Mike was just going straight up, and Captain Ray and Ron and I are screaming, Mike, you're going to go up.
Watch that tree.
Watch that tree. And he is zooming that drone around inside and out. And you know, we're all screaming at him. And he turns around and looks at us, and he goes, hey, this thing has obstacle avoidance. And we all looked at each other going, yeah, it does. Anyway, Mike showed us how it was done. And on top of that, he brought the drone down, and he grabbed that thing out of the sky sideways, shut it down. The man is a pro.
He sure is.
Yeah.
If you know, you got to see Mike fly. He's up there with the greats. So
we're up to the. That's the day before the meetup.
They're saying Yellow Rose Drones are saying Al Duran flew his Nano Plus off the ship today.
Oh well, that's good.
And we heard through a secret source that Mike Ray flew his Mini SE off the boat today too.
Yeah. So Maddie's saying he's in the lobby with Al, Mike, and Barkley, and they're watching. So, and in any case, that takes us to that night, and we met up at Sticks Billiards
Friday night.
Friday night.
Yeah,
Friday night.
Yeah.
Six Billiards, and the whole crew was there. Hey, I won $50. I won a $50 gift certificate that night. Yeah, at Sticks. So I gave that to Maddie so that then on Saturday night he could buy some wings with it for the crew there at the hotel. And I saw some big boxes of wings there, so I'm pretty sure that was done.
Good.
Or was that Sunday night? That was Sunday night. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we all had fun with that meet and greet at Sticks. That's kind of become a tradition, and it's where everybody gets.
Special shout out to Bill Renee for setting that all up.
Uncle Bill Ronayne does a heck of a job there. Yep.
He's a great host.
Great host, no question about it.
Yeah. So a lot of a lot of people were there that night.
Yeah.
A lot of pool playing was done that night.
I don't know who won the pool tournament.
Yeah, I don't
It sure as hell wasn't me.
Yeah. So then we jumped to Saturday morning. A lot of people went out to the causeway for sunrise, but Marcus and I weren't out there. Early birds, some of them are.
Yeah. Andrew says I need a few wings. I don't know, Andrew.
And Henry Mills is in the chat too. He plans on being there next year.
Well, you need to come, Henry. It's quite an event. So so then that takes us to the day of the event itself, and like Ron said, we weren't the first ones out there, but we weren't the last either. And I mean, it's just almost hard to describe it. You got all the people that you know. We had, in fact, I was going to say not just around the country, but internationally as well. We need to shout out Jim Beauchart and Gary Foster came down from Canada. In fact, we proudly had a Canadian flag flying at the meetup, and so that added an international flavor to the event. But Ron, you want to name some of the luminaries that were there at the who's who of the drone community?
Well, I almost hate to start because I don't want to leave anybody out.
Well,
you know what I mean?
we're inevitably, if we leave somebody out, I apologize. But I'm just thinking of guys like the number one sponsor who donated Ken donated about $5,000 worth of giveaway things at the shows. But Ken Dono was there, original Dobo. And then, of course, Billy Kyle was there. And you know what I'll say about those guys is, man, they were hanging around with everybody, shooting the breeze with everybody. I saw them in in-depth conversations with anybody that would talk to them there. So that's one of those things that's worth.
Ken Herron was seen at one point.
Ken Herron was there. I had a long conversation with Billy about Teslas, about a number of things, and I saw him doing that with everybody. And both of those guys are a wealth of information for all the rest of us. And I did see Ken Herron hamming it up a little bit, although he kind of left kind of midway through the day.
He's a busy man.
But then the other two big stars, Chris Waters was there.
Oh, yes.
Chris Waters was there. I guess I have seen Chris Waters in real life. Well, at Spin Up.
Yeah, all the Spin Ups.
In 2021.
All of them.
Yeah. But then his sidekick, I think his name is Kelly something?
Yeah.
Chris Waters' sidekick.
He's got a little channel, Ready Set Something.
Yeah. Kelly Shores was there, along with Chris. And a lot of folks, and then the rest of us, I'll call the rest of us all the hoi polloi. We were all there too.
And we probably should shout out Bobby from PayPixel.
That's right.
Sponsor a lot of food at the event.
Chris is saying you guys are too funny. Yeah.
And by the way, folks, Chris Moore's going to be a future guest on this show.
He needs to be a future guest on the show, as is Gary Foster from the show before the show.
The show before the show.
Or the hour before the hour. Anyway,
I also asked Jim Bosher at the last minute too, so probably won't be the same show with Gary, but he'll be on eventually too.
Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of people lined up. How about our first female guest ever on the show will be Tammy Jean.
Oh, that's right. How come? I can't believe I forget. You said we'd forget somebody, but yeah.
And of course Max is tagging along with her too.
Yeah, yeah. Tammy Jean's coming on, but of course Max has got to come too.
And Jasper's welcome on the show as well.
Yeah, and hopefully Jasper. Yeah.
I don't see them in chat because I think they're in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, and then Sunday we went out to the famous Dolman Park.
Yep.
And we did, and Max got his almost full-size airplane out and flew it around. And Max's skills have improved greatly from the before. I mean, he's doing flips and loops and things. I don't even know what he was doing, but it was like the guy. He was as good as the guys flying the FPV drones.
Yeah.
But that big, I mean, this thing's big.
Yeah, it was a big plane. Not, I don't think as big as the one he had last year, but
Okay.
boy, was it amazing watching the things. But I think one of the most remarkable things about that, for anybody that wasn't there, those of us that were there saw it. I mean, you had about 6 or 7 FPV drones chasing this plane around as he was doing loops and flips, and it was it was something to see.
And Flying Finn is reminding me. We forgot to mention 18 drones in the air at once.
I was just gonna say that we did. Yeah. No, you didn't jump the gun, but that's good. Thank you for reminding us, John. And was John's drone one of them? I bet it was.
I bet you. He was flying a lot that day.
Yeah. We all launched and we kind of got in formation above there, and we had 18 drones hovering above us. And Captain Ray did get a picture of that.
I got some pictures to it and get published yet.
Yeah.
And Maddie says, I want to thank you to everyone that came. You guys are awesome, would not be the same without all of you. So, thanks, Maddie. You're welcome, and thanks for all you do behind the scenes.
So we should talk a little bit about the drone committee.
Max Ayres here. Sorry, Max Ayres in the chat.
Yeah. There he is. So the drone committee, and help me out, Maddie, if I leave anybody out. We got we've got you. And of course, Captain Ray running the show, and then Mr. Johnny Drone Flyer, Johnny Alfonso.
Who's on the way home to Louisiana right now.
Yep. And I'm drawing a blank.
You say Brad Austin.
Brad Austin,
Bill Renee, Brad Austin.
Yeah, Bill Renee. Yeah, we talked about Bill Renee.
How can we forget Brad Austin?
Yeah, B-Rad did a ton of stuff. He's the guy that made all of our lanyards, name tags, etc., and gave us each a custom South Florida drone meetup coaster. Am I forgetting anybody, Maddie? So anyway, that's it's all those guys that.
Oh, I see Mark White's in the chat. Hello, Mark White.
Yep, all the way from Manchester, England.
Manchester.
Mark White, yeah. Anyway, that.
And you forgot one thing. Sunday night there was a super secret DroneNation only meetup at Conti Joe's.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we did. So Ron and his lovely wife Susan, myself, and DeMarco Moore,
and his lovely uncle,
and his
we should say lovely for uncle.
Uncle Kevin. Yeah. Let me tell you what, they had me laughing so hard I came home with a bellyache. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And if you're ever in, let's see, that in Jensen Beach, Conchi Joe's, great place to eat.
And tell them DroneNation sent you. Get the discount.
You'll get the official DroneNation discount.
Yeah. So, and this morning there was a fishing trip. This morning, I think 11 people went out according to what I saw on Facebook. Brad Austin was supposed to go, but he had a little bit of upset stomach, so he was wise not to stay off the boat that day. But I think they had a good trip. There was a drone flying there, and we'll get more reports about the boat trip later on. Mark's and I left our rods and reels at home, so
yeah. Hey, so I heard that there were some people launching drones off of that boat, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I know Mike Wright did, right? And who else was flying off the boat? Maybe they can tell us. Maybe they can tell us. In the
Al
chat.
Duran flew the Nano, and Mike
Al
flew the
Al
Mini.
Duran.
Yeah.
So Uncle Bill says 111, 11. Okay. Oh, 11 people on the boat. That's what he meant. Okay.
11, actually,
Yeah.
11. That's the word I got.
Yeah.
Now I wonder how the fishing went. I wonder if they caught a lot of big fish.
Yeah, I don't know. And I wonder if they fried them up and ate them.
Because I think they're missing Arco Drone Solutions, who's one of the top fishermen.
He is. Yeah, he would have gone. By the way, Conchi Joe's in there in Jetson Beach. You bring your fresh catch in there, they'll fry it up for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So then, yeah, that was kind of it. And this morning, you know, everybody's saying their goodbyes and so forth. Of course, Ron and I didn't take part in the fishing trip, but we headed out, and Brad, as I was getting in the car, came running up to me and says, "Man, I've had an upset stomach and been having struggled all night." And he was running up to me with his hand out, wanting to shake hands. I'm going, okay.
And a couple of people have reported a little illness, sickness from the that were at the meetup. So I don't know if the little bug going around or not, but hopefully everybody's okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, when we left, kind of the only ones hanging around were Audrey. That's Bob's lovely wife, Audrey. Big Bob Dempsey.
His lovely
and Brad
wife,
were
yeah.
kind of hanging around the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, we got original Dobo in the chat now.
Oh, nice. The premier sponsor. I was a platinum sponsor, so Doba was a double platinum sponsor.
Yeah. Ken said, when's the hotel kicking the all out? Well, Marcus and I already got kicked out, but we're at the high class days in here in Titusville now.
Yeah, it is high class, trust me. We're going out to the Kennedy Space Center tomorrow. But you can't have a day without flying, so on our way up here, we came up A1A and
Found a secret spot.
found a secret spot, found a little spot in Vero Beach. God, I'm trying to remember the name of
Wassop.
Yeah, Wassop Beach Park. And it's right next to Disney's Vero Beach Resort. And we launched from their little boardwalk, took off out over the ocean. Had one little start when a plane came by about 20 feet off the water, and when I say 20 feet off the water, I'm not kidding. Flying over there, but we weren't anywhere near him. But nonetheless, it's startling to see a manned aircraft that low. However, we had a good flight and got to see some of the beach area. And there again, I want to tell you guys. Everybody gives me a hard time. Well, you have great places to fly in Idaho. You got great places here in Florida. Flying at a beach like that is just an absolute joy to me, a treat. So anyway, it was a lot of fun.
And then we found a secret lunch spot, Beach Bites.
We did.
Yeah,
Beach Bites, and that was damn good, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hey, listen, Uncle Bill's got the list. This is the fishing. This is the 11. Bill, Ray, Al, Lee, Mike, Jim, Steve, Chris, and his dad Steve, Bob, and Ray's friend Steve. Steve, the police. Ray. A lot of people have met Ray's friend Steve, even though Steve's not flying drones.
He's not a drone guy. Yeah. So was Dobo on the fishing trip?
No, there's no Ken on the list here.
Gotcha.
So that's the 11. Thanks, Bill Renee.
Yeah.
Lauren's in chat. Lauren's in there now.
Yeah. So the Canadians. Well, I would say the Eastern Canadians were well represented. We had a big lack of the Western Canadians. Lauren, next year.
Yeah, Lauren. We all Canada missed you down there, whatever.
Yeah. So Ron, that's about as far as we got. What else we got for these fine folks?
They said Jim Bozark caught a nice snapper.
Oh, nice.
Jim, he's a talented guy.
Yeah.
I guess that's just that. as far as that's a rough wrap up. We're gonna have people on our shows the next couple episodes that were there, so we'll go into more detail and have other memories just besides Marcus and I's memories. It's nice to see memories from a different perspective than ours.
People, there was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
Ron and I,
we probably didn't see the half of it.
yeah, we probably didn't see the half of it. That's a good way to put it.
And the big news is, I didn't put any drones in the ocean this year.
Well, nobody put any drones in the ocean this year, which is a good thing. Alexis put one on top of a building, but other than that, that's a whole different story.
And that was day 2 anyways. That's not official.
And it had a happy ending. So that's good. So yeah, the other thing is, right after Ron shuts down the show here, he's going to hit the live button on the video of the Mike Wright unboxing, and he's got some other footage there. So you want to tune into DroneNation for that.
Believe me, these 2 videos are a lot better than what we just saw for the last half hour.
Yeah. I bet everybody's getting tired of hearing us talking. Ron.
Chat, yeah. So, my big takeaway was seeing the Nevada and those new goggles and motion control are coming out like in the middle of the week. So I've been on the fence about getting the Nevada, but I'm starting to climb a little bit higher on that fence after seeing the drone this weekend and flying it a little bit or whatever.
To your point, Ron, you're exactly right. This weekend was the first time that I've seen a Nevada in person and got to look at it up close. And Barkley, thank you for letting me take a look through your goggles and see how those worked. But I'm thinking, what on my list is I got to watch John Coopy's video on those new
equipment.
Yeah.
So, and I know the stuff's available right now. I know when the day it came out, I guess was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday it was available, or Wednesday. And if I'd have ordered it, I would have had it Saturday or whatever. So this stuff's out there already. It's not the usual delay.
Hold it. Stop the presses, Ron.
Yes. Who's in the chat?
Johnny Drone Flyer.
Johnny made it home?
You can't be home already. Are you home, Johnny? Holy guacamole. He can't be home because there's no way Ford could drive all the way from Florida all the way to Louisiana without breaking down.
He must have rented a Chevy or something.
Yeah, he must have. Yeah.
Johnny, all serious, I'm glad you made it home safe, and I hope you obeyed the speed limit all the way.
Yeah, did you go the speed limit the whole way, Johnny?
Johnny went straight through.
Yeah.
Never stopped once.
Yeah, shoot.
Johnny got home at 6.
DeMarco's saying that Johnny beat him home.
and DeMarco and Uncle Kev are flying out of West Palm today. There's another famous person flying out of West Palm today also.
Yeah, there was. Well, hey, I got nothing else, Ron.
Mark White says the new goggles come with a number of diopter lenses, but don't actually have the same range as the goggles too. So, there you go.
There you go.
Mikey B says he did.
There you go.
So, folks, thanks for joining us. Kind of like, badly put together, on the road live stream
This is
here.
Purely extemporaneous, much like an Idaho quadcopter video.
And without DeMarco Moore, we just couldn't get it done right or whatever.
If we had DeMarco in here, this would be professional.
And DeMarco's available. It's just that I didn't know how to send the link to him in his mobile setup or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's all my fault. I'm sure it's a way you could do it. I'm not used to using the iPad to do this.
Fire the producer.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Well, and we could dock his pay.
Dock his pay.
Hey, it's like that old Seinfeld episode when what's the guy with the crazy hair?
See, if you hadn't said that, I'd be able to tell you. I know Kramer.
It's like Kramer. He was doing he went in his place of work, but he wasn't really hired. And the boss said, "I'd fire you, but you don't actually work here."
You don't work here.
That's the name of our producer.
Yeah.
I'd fire the producer, but he doesn't actually work here.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah. If you had DeMarco, you'd have almonds, is what Johnny said.
That's true.
John helped us.
With
John
Kramer.
said Kramer. Yeah. Boy, the Seinfeld people are going to get on me for not remembering Kramer.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, listen. Seriously, thank you everybody for hanging in here with us this evening. We know this was kind of a different show tonight, but we're still kind of excited about the meetup and everything. So thank you very much for hanging.
While
with
you
us.
end the show, I'm going to go behind the screen and hit the stop button. This is
So you're the producer.
yeah. Well, again, I could get fired, but I don't actually work here anyway. So
Yeah. Hey, seriously, thank you, everybody. Enjoyed it tonight, and make sure you tune in. Ron's going to hit publish on the Michael Wright
Within minutes.
Within minutes here. So the Michael Wright drone unboxing, not unboxing, drone reveal. Let's call it a
Reveal,
drone
the reveal.
All
The
right.
reveal of the year.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys later.
I don't even know where the stop button is.
And Ron's looking for the stop button.
It may be a slow stop here.
What? Yeah, it's still. We're still. Are we live still?
Yeah.
I think we're still live.
You know, I could hit the X button and get out of here.
Yeah.
You want to stop streaming?
Stop
This is
streaming.
really it now. This is really it.
The producer got it.